Hey stats class, let's look at how we can use technology, our TI-84 calculator in particular, to do a confidence interval about a population mean. Alright, so I'm going to press stat here and go to my editor because I have data. Alright, now I've got data in here, so I'm going to highlight the label names, hit clear, highlight this label name, clear, enter. And now I'm going to put these numbers into that list one. So when it asks me to do a point estimate for the population mean, it's asking what's the mean of these 12 values. And even though I could technically use the one-var stats to get that, I'm going to have to do eventually on this the confidence interval. So what I'm going to end up doing instead is I'm going to press stat, go over to the test, and then come down here and do a t-interval. And I'm just going to tell it that I have data. All right, when you select data, it asks, all right, where's your data? And I just tell it list one. Frequencies, I don't have a frequency column, so I'm just going to leave it 1. And then what's your confidence interval? We may have to come back and change that because I'm on the first question. But I'm going to leave it at 95 right now. I'll come back and run it again if I have to change it from 95. But one of the things it gives me right there is the point estimate. So the 5.0 to 2 places, 5.08, is my best estimate for the population mean. It's my sample mean. Alright, if you happen to get that wrong, the first thing I would do is check that you put your data in correct. Alright, not a bad idea just to check it from the very beginning, but if you ever get that question wrong, check that you don't have a typo in your list. Alright, and then it did want a 95% confidence interval. That's the most common, but you may end up having to go back and change that if you did use the confidence interval to get that sample mean. But that is the confidence interval, since I did select 95%. And remember, it's not a probability. It's not 95% of the samples will fall in a certain range. It is, I am confident a population mean is in the middle of these numbers. So that's the one that we want. Remember, these are called confidence intervals. So you're looking for that word confidence. I'm rounding these to 2 places. So that's the 4.82 for my low number and 5.33 for my upper number. Watch your rounding. So that is the way that I can get a confidence interval straight from a table of values. Right now it wants me to do a 99% confidence interval, so same thing, just hit stat, scroll over to test, down to t-interval. Alright, and now nothing's changed. It just wants me to do a 99%. So instead of 0.95, 0.99, calculate. Alright, 99% confidence the population mean is in there. That's A this time. Notice we go a little bit further down. 4.72 and up to 5.43. So what I mean by that is if you look from 95 to 99, our lower number was 4.82, now it's 4.72. It's a little bit further to the left, and our upper number, 5.33, is now 5.43. So we went further to the left and further to the right. We picked up more area in a bell curve, and that gives us more confidence. Confidence is just area in these problems. All right, what happens to the interval as the confidence interval changed? As the level of confidence increases, the width of the interval also increases. And this makes sense since that margin of error increases as well because we go out further with our confidence interval.